What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We are back on the Desolation map. And where there's smoke, there's fire. Or where there's fire, there's smoke. I don't know how the saying goes, but either way, we got ourselves a blaze on our hands, okay? This blaze is taking off, or taking up, or, I've been doing a lot of aeroforming lately, and I still have a long way to go. But I'm going to show you some today because, I thought this project would be a lot easier than it was, but it's turning out that this smokestack is going to take a long time. A long time. I have a lot more to go. You can see where the smokestack's going to end up there, up at the top of that little tower I made. So I got a long way to go, guys. And I'm not going to bore you with all the gory details today of just raising the cloud up there. What I want you to get from this video is that we're going to do some blending. We're going to blend it all in. I'm going to show you how I make this smokestack feel a little less like wool and a lot more like smoke. And it's a matter of blending colors together. I go from dark to less dark to lighter to lighter to lighter till it gets to white. And you can't just make sudden drastic changes in color. You gotta blend them together. So I'm gonna do that today for you guys. And I'm not gonna finish the smokestack today. There's like I said, a project that's it's getting out of hand. Much like most blazes that start burning skyscrapers or forests or whatever blazes burn. It's getting out of hand. So not going to finish today, but I'm going to do my best, and we're in fast forward motion, which means it's Monday, and I don't have to explain the routine to you guys. You guys know by now that on Mondays we answer creative questions of the week. Oh, I love this part of this episode or the series or whatever. I love this part of the channel, okay, guys? It's a chance for us to interact with each other. You ask the questions, I make the answers, and I spend a whole video talking about a question that I picked from last week's comment section. Only this week's question does not come from the comment section. It comes from Twitter. Make sure you're following me on Twitter for all the latest Desolation and Gaia news. All right, I post stuff there, like when the servers are opening, so that you can, coordinate your gameplay. And if you want to play Gaia, you'll know when Gaia's opening. If you want to be on Desolation, you'll know when I'm on it. Blah blah blah. So follow me on Twitter. It's at Beancrew49. Same as my gamer tag, same as my YouTube channel. Everything's the same. If you want to find me on social media, just type in Beancrew49. I'm going to be on Facebook. I'm going to be on Instagram. I'm going to be on Twitter. I'm going to be on YouTube. All Beancrew49. Okay, this week's question comes to us from a pig we all know and love, Sage on over 500. And he asks, what got you into Minecraft and what has motivated you to play it every day? Oh, thank you for that question, Sage. I'm over 500. I really appreciate that. Remember, guys, submit your questions in the comment section below, or if you want to be like the pig, do it on Twitter. Who cares? Whatever. Yeah, it's up to you. Okay, so that's a great question. What's got me into Minecraft? What motivates me to play it every day? And I do play it every day. So let's start with the first part of the question. All right, and I've talked about my gaming history in past videos, but I'll just briefly touch on it here. Before Minecraft came out, I was a first-person shooter. I was like Zelda. I was like all sorts of games. Wide variety of games, fighting games and strategy games. I like all sorts of video games. But then I saw a CNanner's YouTube video, and it was him playing this weird, it was a weird game, let me tell you. Such a strange, I've never seen anything like it before. And I was immediately intrigued. Immediately I was like, wow, what is this? So I watched a few more videos, and it seemed pretty cool. And I kind of, it was cool, and I enjoyed it, but, I kind of put it on the back burner because it was a PC game, and I don't play PCs. I don't play PC video games. Who can keep up with all that? So I kind of forgot about it. Then one day I heard this announcement. I forget where I heard it, but it was a huge announcement in my mind. It was Minecraft is coming to consoles. And I was like, whoa, now is the chance for me to play this game that I've seen CNanners play. I love how, he was so creative when he played and all this blah blah blah, and so I stayed up that night. I stayed up until 4 in the morning, I think is when it finally was available on my coast. Okay, so I was up till 4 in the morning waiting for this game to be available to download. Paid my $20 happily, and everything changed for me that day. Everything. Because it changed the way I think about video games, and it changed me drastically. Because in the past, when I played video games, it was very, what's the word? The video game dictates your fun. And that's why so many people are like, oh, this game's better than this one. This game's really good. This game's like better than that game. Because, you play the missions or whatever, or, you do all this stuff, but it was the game dictating how much fun you had, right? The game, depending on how good it was how much fun you had in the video game. But Minecraft changed everything. They gave you the tools to make your own fun. And that changed my outlook. It reprogrammed my mind to understand what video games can and should be. Now, don't get me wrong, I still like playing other video games. I play all sorts of other things, but they just don't have the same allure to me that Minecraft does. And that's because I'm not creative in those other games. I am creative to a certain extent, but not like in Minecraft. Minecraft really allows you to branch out and do whatever the heck you want to do, which is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. When you play Call of Duty, yeah, you got to be creative in how you fight and stuff, but it's the game. You're playing the game, right? You're not making the game, you're playing the game. And so when Minecraft comes out, it's all of a sudden you're making the game. And whatever you bring into the game is what you get out of the game. And that was like, that transfer of energy was like, oh, I need to use my brain? I need to use my logic. I need to use my creativity. There's so many different aspects of this game, from survival to creative to all sorts of things you can do, to redstone, to doing things aesthetically beautiful, to doing practical things, to recreating things from real life, to making things you've only ever seen in your imagination. I mean, so many facets of this game. Pixel art, potions. I mean, there's so many different ways, so many things you can focus on in this game that it's literally a sandbox game. I mean, there's sand everywhere and there's a lot of boxes. Okay, so it's literally a sandbox game. But what I mean by that is, you can do anything. And so that's changed the way I thought about games. And from that day I stayed up till 4 a.m. I've played Minecraft almost every single day. Almost every, I've gone on vacations and things like that, but almost every single day I've played a video game. I've basically played Minecraft, and that's because it helped me discover that I'm creative in a different way. Before Minecraft came along, I thought I was a creative guy. I do a lot of creative writing, and writing is my passion. So I do a lot of writing, and it was a very good outlet for my creativity, but I don't know, there was something lacking. There was always something lacking, and I think it was a visual aspect. And it was also a sharing aspect. It was a visual aspect and a sharing aspect. With writing, the visuals are in the mind of the reader, so you don't really get to see those. And not many people, unless you're well published, not many people are going to see your creative writing. But with Minecraft, I could see what I created, and I could share it with a lot of people, especially now with YouTube. I could share it with a lot of people, and that is something that an artist craves. I think sharing with people is something that an artist needs. They need feedback. They need to know that people appreciate their art. They need to receive criticism so they know how they can get better. And it changed me. It changed the way I see my own personal creativity. Suddenly I was flourishing a little bit more as far as releasing that creativity. And if there's one thing I know for sure, is that every single person on this planet is extremely creative in some way. All of us. And the reason I love Minecraft so much, the reason I am drawn to play it every single day, is because I have unlocked a section of my creativity that I didn't know existed, and it's the perfect thing for me. I love video games. I love creating things in my mind, my imagination, and so they go perfectly hand in hand. I take my imagination that I see in my head, and I can put it into a video game. I don't have to learn fancy programming. Oh boy, it's crazy. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's changed my life as far as video games are concerned. Oh, so that's why I play it every day. And I encourage you guys, I know some of you have already discovered this, but maybe Minecraft is your way of being creative. I know that, some people kind of look down. It's not accepted yet, okay? I tell my real life friends that, oh, I'm an artist, I play Minecraft, and they're like, what's wrong with you? They don't respect it. They don't understand it. But us Minecraft players know that there is a form of playing this game that is an art. And you look at people like Dan Lags or Corrales, or any of the people who take a lot of time to make massive projects, and then you can see that, yes, this is an art form. It can definitely be an art form. And you gotta find a way, guys, to unlock the creativity that wants to come out of you. You got to. I was lucky that I found Minecraft. Some of you haven't found the way to unlock your creativity yet. Some of you play Minecraft, you play survival, you don't build anything cool. Maybe Minecraft is not the way for you to unlock your creativity. Maybe you need to try something new. Maybe you need to try drawing or painting or sculpting, or step out of the box and do something that's, requires creativity, but it's not a, societal norm, not a acceptable form of creativity. That's what I want to encourage you guys, because Minecraft wasn't an accepted form of creativity when I unlocked it. It still isn't. People don't accept that, but it is. It's a way for me to express myself, and you don't have to fit into the societal norms of what is creative. You don't have to be an artist. You don't have to be a musician to be creative. You can be creative in so many different ways. There's 7 billion people on the planet. There's 7 billion different ways to be creative. Everyone's unique and everyone is different. So, even two musicians, they're not the same. Everyone has their own unique style, your own unique voice, and you got to find that. It's extremely important to find that. It's one of the most important things in your life, is to discover how creative you are and in what way. That should be one of your main missions in life. In school, they teach you that your mission in life should to be a well-rounded member of society, get a great job, have a nice house, have 2.5 kids and a nice car in the garage. That shouldn't be your goal. Okay, your goal should be, how are you going to put your fingerprint on this planet? How are you going to express yourself so creatively that other people have to take notice, that other people get inspired by what you do? That should be your main focus in life. All that other stuff will come when it's ready to come. But if you're going to be spending your life, trying to get good grades in school just so you can get a good job, just so you can, sit in an office and do nonsense to make other people money, then your life is going to be fruitless. It's going to be empty, and you're going to be yearning to be out there creating something while you're in the office staring at a computer screen, at an Excel spreadsheet, or whatever you're doing, right? You're going to be regretting your life if you spend it trying to please others, right? By finding your own personal creativity, that means you're just ignoring all the inputs and all the pressure from all these other 7 billion people, because no one shares your creativity. But by finding your personal creativity, by ignoring the haters, ignoring the people that say that you're wasting time, or you're not on the right path, don't listen to those people, because they don't understand your personal creativity, because your personal creativity is so unique that they couldn't possibly understand it. But once you find it, and once you share it, which is the next step, you gotta share it, guys. You can't keep it to yourself. You can't keep it inside. You gotta share it with people, because I guarantee you there will be another person who sees your personal creativity and they go, wow, that is amazing. I respect that. I want to do something like that. I am now inspired. And that's the whole point of it, is to inspire others. And like a chain, like a domino effect, we can start to break out of this prison that society has locked us in. They've locked us into a prison where we think that the goal is to get a house, a car, 2.5 kids. That is a prison cell. The key to escaping that prison cell is your personal creativity. To create. It could be a business. It could be a product. It could be all sorts of things. But you got to make it. You got to do it. It's got to come from inside of you. And you got to express it. You got to blossom like a flower blooming in the sun. You know what I mean, guys? I know it sounds cliche. It sounds like some hippie stuff. I know that's what people say. Oh, it's hippie. No, guys. That is the point of being human, is to find that light inside of you and share it with other people. That's why you're here. That's what you're here to do. You're not here to make money for someone else so you can die with $50,000 in your bank account. That's not the point of all this. Money is inconsequential when it comes to finding out who you are, why you're here, and how you can help people. That is the real goal. That is the real path. So I know you're going to have a lot of pressure from your parents, a lot of pressure from your teachers to do your homework. And, your homework doesn't teach you how to be creative. Okay, so yeah, I guess it's they say it's important, but it's not really. It's busy work. It's meant to keep you away from your creativity. By filling out worksheets, you're not being creative. You're not learning how to be creative. You're learning how to stay within the lines. How many of you want to color inside the lines, and how many of you want to do your own thing? That's the question I pose to you today. If you're one of the people who wants to go do your own thing, then I highly encourage you to just ignore society, because they're not looking out for you. They want you to be a cog in the machine so that the machine keeps running. And this machine is a machine that just feeds the wealthy more money. That's all this machine does. So find out your creativity. Look at the smokestack. It looks pretty cool, right? I'm finding my creativity. I think it's a little bigger than I thought, guy. In my mind, it was a little bit smaller, but I just keep going bigger and bigger and bigger with everything on this map. I just keep going bigger, and that's what you should do too. Go bigger with your creativity. Just because you found one outlet to your creativity doesn't mean that's the only outlet. Find another one and keep it rolling, guys. And be creative, be positive, uplifting individuals, and I guarantee you everything is gonna work out just fine in your life. All right, guys, I got a lot of smokestack to be working on, so I'm going all the way up here, all the way up here. Hey, look at my particle effects; they just turned black. Isn't that weird? No one. Then as soon as I got off the coal, they turned back to light blue. It's crazy. I don't know why. A lot of bugs and glitches in this game. I don't even want to get into that at this moment. But all right, that's gonna be the smokestack. That's gonna be my creative question of the week answered. Thank you, Sage on over 500 for asking the question, and thank you guys for listening. And put your comments in the comment section below. Leave a creative question of the week for next week so I can answer it, and we can get into more. I don't know, depends. It's up to you. Whatever you want to get into. All right, that's going to be it for me, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy Minecrafting. Peace.